Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. I'm Jake, and as always, I'm joined by the one and only Nina. Today, we are tackling a biggie, overcoming the fear of speaking English.
Oh, this is such a good one. I know so many people who freeze up the second they have to speak English, even if they know the words. Jake, did you ever have a moment when you were just terrified to speak a new language?
Absolutely, Nina. When I was in Spain, I remember ordering coffee for the first time. I was sweating, I kept thinking, what if I mess up and everyone laughs? Spoiler alert, I did mess up. I asked for a hairy coffee instead of strong coffee. The barista just smiled and corrected me, and we both laughed.
That's hilarious. But honestly, it's so relatable. Why do you think people get so nervous about speaking English, even when they know the basics?
It's a mix of things: fear of making mistakes, worrying about your accent, or just feeling like people will judge you. Our brains are wired to avoid embarrassment, so even a tiny risk can feel huge. But the thing is, nobody starts perfect. We all trip over our words at first.
So true. I mean, think about babies learning to talk. They don't worry about getting it wrong. They just babble until it makes sense. Maybe adults need a bit more of that fearless baby energy.
Exactly. If we approached language like babies, we'd learn a lot faster. But for grown-ups, it helps to have some practical tips. Want to dive into some?
Yes, please. What's your first tip for beating that fear?
Tip 1. Start small, start safe. Find a low-stakes environment, maybe practice with a friend, or even record yourself talking. The goal is to get your brain used to hearing your voice in English without any pressure.
That's smart. Actually, I used to practice in front of my bathroom mirror. I'd pretend I was giving a TED talk to my shampoo bottles. It felt silly, but it worked.
Love that. And hey, if your shampoo bottle becomes fluent, you'll know you've made it.
But what about people who say, I don't have anyone to practice with?
Great question. If you're solo, technology is your friend. Try language exchange apps. There are tons like Tandem or HelloTalk. Or join online forums where people just want to chat in English, no judgment.
And what if someone is super shy, even online? Like, the idea of typing is fine, but actually speaking. Yikes.
Then I'd say, take baby steps. Start by reading English out loud to yourself, books, news articles, even song lyrics. This builds confidence and trains your mouth to make those sounds. The more you do it, the less scary it feels.
You know, I once read Harry Potter aloud, accents and all. My dog looked at me like I was nuts, but it helped. So, it's not just about speaking to others, but also getting used to your own voice in English.
Exactly. Plus, hearing yourself can help you catch little habits and improve them over time. Here's another tip: embrace mistakes. Treat every error as a mini lesson, not a disaster.
I love that. But it's tough, right? I mean, it's easy to say, don't worry about mistakes. But when you're in the moment and you say something wrong, it feels like the end of the world.
For sure. But think about it. Have you ever heard someone learning your language and they made a mistake? Did you laugh at them or did you try to help?
I usually think it's kind of charming, honestly. Like, I'm impressed they're trying.
Same. Most people are way more supportive than we expect. In fact, I remember a guy in my Spanish class who kept mixing up embarazada, pregnant, and embarrassed. He announced to the whole class that he was very pregnant. We all cracked up, but he became a legend. He laughed it off, and nobody thought less of him.
So, confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about being okay with imperfection. I like that. What about accents? So many people worry they'll never sound like a native.
Oh, the accent question. Here's the thing, accents are awesome. They're a sign you know more than one language. And honestly, most native speakers love hearing different accents. It adds flavor to conversations.
That's true. Plus, have you ever noticed how some accents make English sound cooler? Like, a French or Italian accent just adds instant charisma.
Absolutely. And studies show that having an accent actually makes you more memorable. So, rather than hiding your accent, own it. Just focus on being clear, not perfect.
That takes so much pressure off. Now, what about vocabulary? Sometimes people get stuck because they can't remember the word they want. Any hacks for that?
Yes, if you forget a word, describe it. For example, if you can't remember umbrella, say the thing you use when it rains. Most people will get what you mean, and it keeps the conversation flowing.
That's brilliant. And honestly, native speakers do that too. I once forgot the word for microwave and just said the box that makes food hot fast. My friends totally got it.
Exactly. Communication is about getting your message across, not using fancy words. And if you make a mistake and learn the right word, you're more likely to remember it next time.
So let's recap so far. We've got practice in safe spaces, use tech, read out loud, embrace mistakes, own your accent, and describe things when you forget words. Any other confidence boosters?
Here's a fun one. Celebrate small wins. Did you order coffee in English? Nailed a tricky conversation? Give yourself a high five or treat yourself. Progress deserves recognition.
Ooh, I'm a big fan of rewards. I used to buy myself a cookie every time I survived a phone call in English. My dentist wasn't thrilled. But hey, progress is progress.
You earned every one of those cookies, Nina. Also, mindset matters. Instead of thinking, I hope I don't mess up, try, I'm excited to try. It sounds cheesy, but it really works.
That's a good one. Okay, Jake, let's mix things up. Let's answer a listener question. We got a message from Ahmed in Egypt. He writes, I understand English when I read or listen, but when I try to speak, my mind goes blank. What can I do?
Oh, Ahmed, you're not alone. That mind blank feeling is super common. What helps is having ready-to-go phrases, like conversation starters or fillers. For example, if you get stuck, say, let me think for a second, or how do you say, it buys you time and keeps the conversation moving.
That's clever. So, instead of panicking, you have these little lifelines to keep you afloat while your brain catches up.
Exactly. You can even practice these phrases ahead of time, so they come out naturally. Another trick, repeat what the other person says. If they ask, what do? You can start your answer with, what do I do? Well, I.
That's genius. It gives your brain a moment to catch up. Okay, let's have a little fun. Jake, what's your funniest English language fail?
Oh, I've got a good one. When I was a kid, I told my teacher I passed gas on my math test because I thought it meant I did well. The whole class lost it, and my teacher gently explained what it actually meant. I was mortified, but I never forgot the real meaning.
Oh no, poor Jake. That's amazing. Mine's similar. I once told a group of Americans I was full of beans because I thought it meant energetic. But apparently it can also mean you're not telling the truth. They were so confused.
See? We've all been there. Language fails make the best stories, and they're proof that mistakes aren't the end of the world.
Okay, let's give our listeners some rapid-fire takeaway tips for conquering their fear of speaking English.
Tip 1. Practice in low-pressure settings, like with friends, pets, or yourself in the mirror.
Tip 2. Use technology, apps, online forums, or even voice messages.
Tip 3. Read out loud to train your mouth and ear.
Tip 4. Embrace mistakes. Each one is a step forward, not a setback.
Tip 5. Own your accent and focus on being understood, not perfect.
Tip 6. If you forget a word, describe it or use a simple phrase.
Tip 7. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small.
And tip 8. Have some emergency phrases ready for those brain freeze moments.
Remember, everyone struggles at first. The key is to keep going and have fun with it.
Absolutely. And if you ever feel silly, just remember Jake's past gas story. If he survived that, you can survive anything.
Thanks, Nina. And thanks to all our listeners for tuning in. If you found this episode helpful, be sure to follow, share, and subscribe so you never miss an episode.
And if you have your own funny language fail or a question you want us to answer, send it in. We love hearing from you.
Till next time, keep speaking, keep laughing, and remember, English is just a tool, not a test.